Right, day 2 of walking 310,000 steps in May. It's a bit of a shift. Actively avoiding the car. Not, oh, I'll walk because I have to. No, I'm walking because that's the point. We're just out and about on a nice quiet stretch of road. I've got the dwarves. Do you want to go in the pram? No pram. Should we go on the field? Should we go play on the grass? They have this weird thing where they like to push it. Pain in the ass, but that's what you get when you're 2. That's what you do. You know, you do weird things. So, yeah, we're just out. Mum's at work. Grandparents are away. It's Thursday. They normally go to Grandma and Granddad's. No Grandma and Granddad this week. And it's just me with you guys, isn't it? We're out and about. Come on then, let's go see the birds. So yeah, we've done about 2,500 steps this morning. We're cracking on nicely. And it's only 9 AM. So we've been to the shop, got some stuff. It's going well. One thing I have found, my watch says 1,500, the phone says 2.5. Holding a pram, it must track the wobble of your hand. And when your hand's stable, it thinks you're not moving, which is wrong. So come on then, Felice, let's go on the grass. We're just going to go on the grass for 10 minutes, because why not? Well, we've just seen... What is it, Pie? What have you seen? Quick, go get the birds. Go get the birds. Get them. See, this is entertainment. They love it. We didn't even bring the Action 4 out and the mic, because I didn't plan on filming much today, but I'm thinking, look, if I'm going to do 30 days of walking, or 31 days of walking, let's do 31 mini vlogs. Let's get some practice. Let's get used to talking to a camera. In public, that's hard. What, Felice? Where's the birds? Do you want to go find them? Find the birds. Yeah, talking to a camera in public, that's a big deal. That's hard. There's been once or twice I've been filming and walked past someone and felt odd. But at the same time, we all watch people that do this. So we all enjoy receiving this content, but it's just hard to make this content. What is it, Felice? Where's the birds? Have they gone? It's funny as well, because when you work for yourself and you've got kids, you spend a lot of time talking to 2-year-olds that don't really know what they're on about. Quick, Felice, get it! Find it! Find it! And this is just what we want to do. We just want to be out. We want to be running. Sometimes we want to sit down. We can have a sit down if you want, Mouse. Oh, whoops. Well, just like that, you get 5 seconds of chaos. Piper gets in the pram, falls over, whacks Fliss on head, and you're like, another one. So, yeah, we're in the pram now. We've decided we wanted to see the birds, but shouting birds don't really get birds. It's fine. Yeah, let's keep walking. This is what happens when you've got kids. You just put in little tiny fires out all day. And she just likes to be vocal. Poor Flissy, just her thoughts just fall out of her mouth. Next thing you know, she's just sharing what's going on in her head. Anyway, this is not the most fun for a viewer, so we're gonna fast forward to a more pleasant time of day. Right, we're off again. As of right now, we've currently got 4,914 steps done. So we need another 5,000. And, well, what can you do but do them? Let's get cracking. Right, 6,600 steps done. Something I'm noticing that is more prominent than I expected. My tibialis anterior, these bits, all up and down there. Absolutely killing. Got such a pump in my calves and the front of my shins. Took me by surprise, to be honest. I'm only on day 2. I know I'm unfit, but Jesus Christ. Anyway, I think the point of today's video is, who am I? Honestly, no one of any significance. Just a guy. I work for myself. I own a business called Mergs, and we sell weightlifting and CrossFit equipment online. So protective gear, knee supports, weightlifting belts, wrist wraps, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, we sell that at mergs.co.uk. So I started Mergs in 2017 and just did it as a bit of a side hustle for years. And eventually it got to the point where it could support a full-time income. I've been doing Mergs now for 18 months, 2 years. So that were a big change. Very, very different from working a normal job. I used to work in engineering. I've a background in mechanical engineering, so manufacturing things. I used to manufacture tools and things like that. So not that exciting. In fact, very unexciting, to be honest. But we all have our own little things we do. So yeah, I'm 29. I'm married. Twin girls, aged 2 and a bit. And yeah, that's a bit of a brief overview, to be honest. The purpose of these vlogs is just to talk about things that are on my mind, things that I either see and have a different perspective on, or things that I don't see covered much. Topics that are or aren't talked about. So, but yeah, I live in West Yorkshire, the United Kingdom, and yeah, just sort of float about selling things on the internet, really. It's funny because when you start a business, the amount of people that look at people like Ben Francis from Gymshark, people like my mum, oh, you're going to be the next Ben Francis, be a billionaire. Yeah, the reality is, running your own business, yeah, it's cool if you take a step back, but when you're in the trenches, in the middle of it, oh, the day-to-day is hard, man. It really does take its toll. Sorry, I can't breathe as well. Hay fever's kicked my ass. I'm sniffling. I'm out of breath. My calves are burning. There's more to this walking than I thought. But yeah, when people say about other successful people, yeah, I understand that some people find motivation in that. But at the same time, it's like doing karaoke and somebody comparing you to Ed Sheeran or Harry Styles. Well, maybe, but probably not. You know, there's a lot of people that just work for themselves, and just live a happy, normal life. You know, I mean, it's Wednesday? Oh, it's Thursday today, 4:10 in the afternoon. I'm fortunate enough to be able to do this. So I need to remind myself, part of my pay is time. I've got the freedom and flexibility to do as much or as little as I want, which is great. Which comes in handy as well with the girls, because childcare is so expensive. Oh, so I mean, an hour's is cheap. We live in a low to medium cost of living area, and for a full day and half a day per week for 2 kids, £700 a month. I just think, one day if I turned up in a Range Rover and people would be like, why have you bought that? That's so expensive. They'd be like, no, I do this and look after the kids myself. But I do need the time. Not only to get things done for me and Mergs and my life, but to have time off them, which I think from non-parents or even some parents seems a bit alien. What do you mean you want time off? I don't know if that's just a funny way of looking at it, but you need time off. Being surrounded by 2 2-year-olds day and night, it takes its toll. And I know they're only 2, you know, they have no idea what's going on. They're brand new, so they're not to blame. And in all honesty, they are really good kids. We've got 2 great kids that I wouldn't swap for anyone or anything. It's just 2-year-olds. They're tricky. So anyway, we won't be having any more. We did want 2, that was the whole plan. So I feel very fortunate that we wanted 2 and got 2. So I feel bad for those that have got 1 or 2 and then want 1 more and then they get twins. You go from having 2 car seats to now needing 4 to now needing a new car. It's just, that's intense, that's hardcore. So I think at least it's happened to us and we're in a position where we can both afford it and manage and do all of that. So yeah, I feel lucky it's us. It's funny because when you're out with twins, the amount of people that are like, oh, double trouble, and it's like, everybody puts a negative slant on it. Like that people will say that you'll just be in Sainsbury's buying things with the girls, and people will be like, oh, I bet that's hard work. Can you imagine if there was somebody in a wheelchair struggling or pushing themselves round and going up and tapping them on the shoulder and being like, hey, I bet that's hard work. You just wouldn't. Nobody would ever do that. But I don't know why they do it with twins. It's weird. You're like a mini celebrity in the weirdest way. People with twins. I ride a motorbike, right? And when you're out on the bike, people who are also on bikes, you'll have a nod or a wave. It's like that with twins. People that have twins or are twins or know twins, they're like, yep, I get it. Everyone else, no idea. Honestly, no idea. So, no, it's fun, but it's hard. It's funny as well because I need a minute. Oh, it's warm, and I'm worn out. I've been walking at quite a pace, if I do say so myself. But yeah, people that, if there was a form when you were having kids and you could tick, do you want a single or do you want duplicates, or loads of people would tick 2. They'd be like, oh, twins, I've always wanted twins. I don't know, it's tricky, man. There are a lot of people that are like, shit, this is hard work. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's remarkably hard work. So, but you get what you get, you know. It's quite a strange decision having kids because there's no undoing it. You know, it's when you have kids, they're here forever, obviously. But you know, if people get married, you can get unmarried. You can buy what you think's your dream house to find it's not working. You can get a new house. If you have kids, you now have kids. And I've really struggled with that actually for more than 2 years. They're 2 and a bit. And I've struggled with this since my wife was pregnant. She had a really bad pregnancy. And it was so hard, the whole thing. I still struggle with it now. You know, I'm really good at pretending and putting on a brave face, being like, yeah, it's good. In reality, it's just so hard. It's hard working for yourself, and it's hard having twins, and stupid stuff, maintaining your house and keeping it tidy, and then working no set hours, just what fits. That's really tricky as well, you know, trying to just fit work in and amongst. Gets to 7 p.m. and I'm sat there thinking, I should really do a thing. There's no one else who works for someone else that's sat there at 7 p.m. thinking about work. That's very rare. So yeah, it's quite a challenge. And like I say, I still struggle now. But it gets better. That's true. You know, there's so many people as well, oh, it only gets worse. I'm like, no, people only tell you their experience. So if there's somebody with 2-year-olds and they're like, it gets worse at 3. No, it means it got worse for them at 3 and they don't know much different. So that's what a lot of people's... And at the same time, it's completely irrelevant, other people's thoughts and opinions on your situation. Nobody knows. No one knows what you're doing. No one knows how you're doing it. Nobody sees your life like you do. So when people do... I wouldn't even say criticise, they comment, they have their own thoughts, and an outsider's point of view is, I'll be honest, it's often wrong. They're often miles off, so just do the best you can, just keep going. I'm a big believer of you only fail when you quit. I think that's true to everything. That's true to Mergs, that's true to business, that's true to anything in my life. You've just got to stick at it for a long time. And that's the plan with YouTube. You know, I'd really like to be a content creator. And how do you do it? You just do it. So the goal going forward is to do more of these sort of challenge videos. We're going to vlog every day for the 10,000 steps for the full month of May. And after that, with a few other ideas, like learning to do a muscle up. I can't do a muscle up. That'd be sick. Like, let's learn muscle ups and show you guys how I learn muscle ups. There's loads of things in fitness that I'm incompetent with, like clean and jerk and snatch and weightlifting. I do bodybuilding things. All I do is contract a muscle under tension. That's it. Like, I could show you how to do curls, but I think everybody's sort of cracked that. So yeah, I think it'd be interesting to do some more niche things in different areas. There's other stuff that's quite exotic that I just think could be interesting. Imagine if you could do the splits. Well, we can. It'll just take you 2 years of stretching every day. So whenever you want to do them, just start 2 years prior and you'll be there. You start now, and in 2 years' time you can do the splits like that. That sounds cool. You know, there's loads of things like that in life that they need unlocking with like effort and just a bit of dedication. So yeah, I'm a big believer in get it done. I mean, I ride a motorbike because when I were a kid, I always thought, oh, that's cool. And then one day I'm thinking, why don't I ride a motorbike? I can ride a motorbike. So put it on the life CV. You know, if you have a CV for your work and all your accomplishments at work, but nobody does that for life, or at least I don't see a lot that are trying to tick things off just to do them, you know. I used to find that in engineering, like people would go on courses or do things just to say they've done it. I don't ride a motorbike just to say I've done it. I ride a motorbike because it's ace. Oh, it's so much fun. And there's loads of things out there in life that can be just acquired. You can do whatever you want. You know, don't get me wrong, there's some stuff that's unrealistic. If I wanted to be a billionaire, that feels like a lot. If you wanted to go to the moon, I mean, I wouldn't put all your eggs in that basket, but there's some things like small achievements, like walking 10,000 steps for 31 days. That's not that hard. I've just got to do it, and it'll take me about an hour a day of walking. I can do that. Look at all the upsides to it. It's nice to get some time to myself. It's nice just to be out in the sun. The weather's getting better. So, yeah, do more. Do more. Anything you're on the fence with. Oh, I really wanted to do this for a while. Do it. Why not? Why aren't you doing it? So, yeah, get cracking. Do more. And the beauty of it is, I thought this with my motorcycle license. If I get it, and I'm not in a position to buy a motorbike, or I'm not that bothered to ride it, don't. Just get the license, you know? And turns out I've found something that might be my favourite hobby at the minute. I like lifting weights, but riding that bike, it's just John time. I just go out for genuinely an hour or two and just burn some petrol, go for a cruise. Oh, it's great. So, yeah, do more in life and you'll feel more fulfilled. I promise. And also, everything everyone does, you start out being shit at it. You do. Start in Mergs. I remember when we got our first sale. And I say we. There's no we at Mergs. It's only me. There's literally no we. I work with a few agencies now and again and freelancers and other people that support. But there's no employees. It's only me. Started out selling things out of my bedroom. The first sale we got was for a pair of knee sleeves. And a lady called Victoria. On the 22nd of September 2017. That's how much of an impact that had, you know. There's some family members' birthdays and sometimes you're like, is it the 18th or the 19th? Yeah, you know, I know when Victoria bought them knee sleeves, that was so exciting. And look at me now, you know, I'm doing it full time because I chipped away at it. And there were times where, I don't want to say people would make comment in a negative way on purpose, they'd be like, oh, you're still doing that selling stuff thing. And it's like, yeah, I am. And you just got to do a little bit every day for years. And it compounds. Oh, and don't get me wrong, you will feel like quitting constantly. Oh, with Mergs, I could sack it off, I swear, 3 out of 7 days a week. And I'm like, why am I doing this? And then there's some days that go really well, or something happens, or somebody writes a review and they're like, I can't believe I didn't find these sooner. It's like, wow, that's a big deal. So, yeah, I think you should make a start on anything you've been doubtful of trying. Give it a go. You won't regret it. And, yeah, make the most of this very short time we have on Earth. Anyway, I don't know how many steps we're at. Probably not much more since I've been sat on a bench for 15 minutes. 7,482. So I still need 2,500. Going off yesterday's numbers, that's about 20 odd minutes. So my legs feel better. That little rest has filled me with enthusiasm. So I'm going to get cracking and be back maybe when we've done. I don't know. We'll see. Right, we're at 9,600 steps. We're 5 minutes away from home. Like I say, I can do roughly 500 steps in 5 minutes. So, and last night I did about 400 just moseying around at home. So we're all good. It's been quite nice today. A couple of brief pauses to let those calves and tibialis anterior recover. But other than that, it's all been okay. So yeah, another tick in a box. Day 2 done. It's nice. It's nice to use this OCD for something positive. I've been trying to lean into that recently and getting these obsessions on something constructive. Hence the point of this. Hence the point of videoing it. Hence the point of walking. Hence the point of just being here. So, and it can't do me any harm. There's worse things to spend your time doing. So, but no, feeling quite achieved. Day 2 down. And yeah, go home. Get something to eat. The girls are out with their grandparents this afternoon, so they'll be back in about 45 minutes. And we'll go from there. Otherwise, we're all sorted for today. Excellent. It's always funny walking past, talking to a camera, seeing someone. I always get the image that people are like, what is he doing? But it just takes like 5 seconds of courage and you've got it. Right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Right, not 5 seconds after walking through the door, we smashed it. 10,013 steps. I could do with a shower and something to eat, and that's it for today. So goodbye.